to get raw. It is time to get down. It is time for the number one source of all things WWE right here at the Turnbuckle Tavern. I am your host. Say hello to the bone guy. And with if you're watching on YouTube, you get that reference. And with me, of course, is the one and the only, the guy oozing machismo, MVP Marco. What's up, brother?
Nothing much. What's going on with you?
Yeah, Marco's sporting a sick Razor Ramon
the
t-shirt.
bad guy shirt.
Yeah, I'm digging that shirt. Yeah, we got a lot to discuss here. Oh, and of course, kind of forgot about this. The Triple P.
The Triple P? What is that?
I don't know. It's just purple. That's the only thing I can think of. Pretty purple person. I don't know. We'll come up with a better name later. But I'm gonna call it the Triple P for right now.
That's fine.
But yeah, we are, in the midst of kind of a holding pattern right now, I would say, before the Royal Rumble, but things are progressing. We still have storylines progressing, and we got a good bit of outside the ropes news as well too this week. And I guess that's where we can start. As soon as I can find it, here we go. We're gonna go outside the ropes.
Outside the ropes.
Of course, we didn't have as crazy of a week this week. Last week, of course, we had this. Are you kidding me? It's CM Punk, baby! We had CM Punk returning. Some people happy. Some people like...
Oh, Philly Phil, stay away. Stay away, you cancer. Get away from me forever.
Well, of course, we'll talk about all Philly Phil and everything surrounding all that here in just a bit. But let's get some outside the ropes news. I just had to hit those two drops because I don't think I hit it enough last week. WWE announced this week, or today, I think it was today, on their social media that Kevin Owens has a broken 4th and 5th metacarpal. Marco, what's a metacarpal? Uh-oh.
Oh, I know it's something to do with your hand. That's all I know. And it's some bones in your hand.
Yeah,
that he broke. So
I think Gorilla Monsoon is breaking down the injuries again. He suffered an abdominal injury. What was the other stuff he had? He took a shot right to the trapezius.
Yes, the trapezius.
He loved the trapezius. I don't know. Yeah, I guess Gorilla Monsoon from the grave is breaking down the injuries here. But yeah, so it's interesting the way they kind of broke this down. And I guess the question we need to ask is this a work or a shoot?
Yeah, that was my question. Because I've seen a lot of people, bringing that up, like, oh, is this a it's pretty much I'm looking it up right now. It's pretty much the flat at the back of the hand. So those bones that, where your palm is essentially.
Right.
But I'm not sure how long it would take for a return, or is this, like you said, is this a play into, him having a broken hand and then, Logan Paul coming out 1 week and going, KO broke his hand. Looks like he's not going to be in the tournament. And then he just goes through the tournament with a broken hand. I don't know how they're going to play this out. I know, I know, like the Usos. I know Jay specifically, wrestled a majority of the Bloodline storyline with a broken. It looked like a broken pinky and like ring finger. He always has those, like he always had them taped up together. Because I remember reading during that when they were all together that he was going through some finger broken finger injuries and stuff like that. But he never took time off of TV really. So I'm not sure how dangerous it is, but you hear fighters, they break their hand during a fight and they continue the fight with a broken hand.
Right.
They basically just can't feel it. It just probably just gets swollen.
I feel like Kevin Owens has had worse injuries as he's had.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
definitely.
And I'm not saying this is not like painful or anything like that, but I mean, like this is like pretty stable, break. Usually, it's not like anything
Yeah.
that's catastrophic. Catastrophic where you would have to announce this. So, I'm kind of with you on it. I think this could be a potential work. Tyson's in the chat. Hey yo, hey, what's up, TNT? Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's a little strange.
Yeah.
But I'm here for it. We could see what's the dealio. Hopefully it's not too much of a where he's out for a considerable amount of time.
Yeah.
One thing I want to kind of talk to you about, and it's something that kind of striking me. We're everybody's kind of doing all their fantasy booking was Randy Orton, CM Punk, and Cody Rhodes, everything. Where do you think KO is going to land for Mania?
That's a good question. Because you didn't think him and Sammy are, obviously they probably won't be main eventing.
Right.
Next year's Mania. So, man, that's a good question. I don't even know. Logan Paul, I'm assuming maybe, or is that that United States Championship match like a regular TV? Actually, no, it wouldn't be a TV match. It's going to be
what I was thinking is maybe bring back how they did for a little while the Intercontinental match, for in a ladder match, but do that for the United States Championship match.
Yeah.
Do it in a and I'm not a huge fan of this, but I think it would be good to get like Sammy, KO, LA Knight, those upper mid babies or upper mid card guys in a match. You can put Austin Theory in there, Logan Paul, Grayson Waller. That could be your 6 guys up for the United States Championship match. I don't know.
Huh. Yeah. Dang,
it's going to be a heavily booked Mania.
It's kind of it's rough because like you said, you got Rumble coming up, so you got to set up matches for that,
right?
Because that's going to be pretty big. That's the last time they were there with it was WrestleMania, where they returned to WrestleMania. The crowd wasn't where it should have been, so now they're coming back to like full capacity this time around at Tampa Bay. So you got to think they're gonna want to book it too, like pretty crazy.
Thanks, Tyson. Tyson says, love the week of the list with top 10 Psycho Sid matches.
Nice.
Thanks, yeah.
Then you got Perth with Elimination Chamber.
Right. That's true.
We do Elimination Chamber with the United States Championship match. Those names that you said have elimination with Logan Paul, obviously, as the.
What do you do at Mania, though?
1-on-1 with somebody?
I still think Cody's not winning the Rumble.
No, definitely not. No,
you know who I think it is? I think CM Punk is the dark horse, and we'll get into all that. I think he's the guy. Like,
no, but that's another.
I know it's a layup.
Yeah, I know a lot of. I've seen a lot of people saying that, like, oh, if Cody's not going to win it, then see it. That's like a go-to for him to win. But I don't even think he's going to win it.
But what do you do? I mean, you got to get to the. I don't know who would be. Who would you?
Are they the last 2 in the ring? Then one of them crossed out, or
the men's Rumble is wide open.
Yeah, and it's
busted wide open.
And it's another thing where, like, this time around, obviously, last year you didn't have 2 world championships. You only had that one.
Right.
He was the main guy. Now you have 2.
Right.
So now you have an opportunity for 2 different types of matches. So,
and that's why I think at Elimination Chamber, we'll kind of go back to where we saw, like, okay, somebody's going to vie for the other spot, for Mania. And I think that's how Cody is going to get involved. I don't know.
Okay.
They'll have 3 guys from Raw, 3 guys from SmackDown, and then that's how
rough, dude. Because you got to assume that SmackDown side's going to be LA Knight.
LA Knight, Orton.
And probably AJ Styles. That's
Could
another
be
rumored
AJ.
return.
Or it could be KO too.
Yes, yeah, it could be KO. Like, and then you get Cody,
You got Cody. I would think Jey Uso,
Jey Uso, and Sammy
Sammy, yeah,
on the Raw side,
or maybe Drew,
or Drew.
maybe Drew.
Man, yeah. See, it's like this is Raw. This is like the first time it's been like very in a while that it's been very like you have no clue,
right?
Because now they put like not like just to bring this back on Triple H, but he like booked everyone in a position where you can see every single one of these people either winning the Rumble. Drew could win the Rumble.
Yeah, this Rumble reminds me a lot of Rumble 2000. Where like again, like anybody could have won it. You kind of suspected it would be The Rock, but
yeah.
But I mean, you had so many options.
Could be Triple H. Could be
because you didn't have Steve Austin in
Nope.
in the Rumble. And then Triple H was the champ. I don't know.
This roster's remind like I think someone I'm not sure if I seen it somewhere or I was thinking of this too. Like this roster kind of reminds me of like I think did we talk about this before or no? Like it's kind of reminded me of like the 2000, like the 99 2000.
Oh yeah,
roster where it's like stacked. It's like Drew, Cody, CM Punk.
It's the juvenile roster.
Yeah, it's like the
the 99 2000s.
Yeah, it's like it's crazy like the amount of like talent that's in the main event.
No, this roster is the best roster since the Attitude Era. I would even say it's better than the Golden Era, to be honest with you.
Wow. Yeah, man,
I think it could be probably the best roster of all time.
Yeah, you think, dude?
I really do. I really think that it's so stacked.
Yeah, dude. Or just look at that War Games match. Orton, freaking Cody, Jay,
and with the way they have this Rumble, I mean, it gives me Rumble 92 vibes as well too. Like that Rumble 92 vibes was stacked.
Yeah, this is like,
and this
even a
is
SmackDown roster. You get Bobby Lashley still over there.
Yeah,
Lashley around. Sheamus might return at some point.
Sheamus, you got you got Drew on the other side. You got Sammy, KO, AJ,
Theory, the mid card guys like Theory, Grayson Waller.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, I mean you got a lot of options. I don't think there's people are expecting surprises. Gonna be no surprises this year.
Yeah,
no room for surprises.
No, if there is,
and I think they kind of set that up already last year. They might throw in I don't know.
Booker T might make an appearance again.
Or maybe a Doink the Clown. Maybe Ken Shamrock. I saw he's just signed a new deal. Maybe Kenny Shamrock will get.
He signed a new deal with
WWE. Yeah.
Oh really? Oh
yeah.
Legends deal.
Yeah. So maybe he's still jacked, so he could probably make a little Rumble appearance.
I could see like an NXT person popping in, like the Royal Rumble, maybe like a Trick Williams.
Yeah. Oh,
like
there
that.
we go.
I like that idea. Whoop
that trick. Whoop that trick. Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, man. Like I said, I don't know. Like, and it's hard too because there's so much time from this past pay-per-view all the way to Royal Rumble. So you have literally like end of November all the way to end of January of full storylines.
We'll
and
talk
different
about
things
that.
can happen.
We'll talk about that. I'm worried they're booking things a little too quick. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. We'll get to that.
Once we get to Raw SmackDown. Another thing I want to talk about, and Tyson already mentioned in the chat. R.I.P. to the Yeet. No more Yeet. Yeet.
Yeah.
I don't.
Copyright.
I don't know who owns it. Who owns Yeet?
Probably some like random dude that. I mean, Yeet's been around for like. Oh my god, that's been a social media thing forever. Like 10
years ago or something.
Yeah, someone gets hit. It's like Yeet. Or someone gets yanked. Or something like that. Like, you remember that? Like, it'd be like you just watch like a fight video. And then someone just throw a hook and be like, yeet.
Homie just got yeeted, dog.
Yeah. Or someone gets like pulled away really fast. It's like, yeet. Like, so it's better. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah. I'm not sure who copyrighted it, but I wonder how they're gonna. They might have to, switch up the word or. Damn, I don't even know. That kind of sucks.
You just got Uso'd.
I know, right? Yeah, it's like, damn. What are they gonna do? What word can they replace it with?
Well, get creative like Cousin Rock and figure out a word.
If they're smart, they'll try to attract like the I'm not sure if they want to attract this crowd, but they could just change the word to feet
Feet.
and attract like the
Oh,
those the fellas out there that are
Tony Atlas is going to be his manager.
yeah, attract another audience.
Did
Of,
somebody say feet?
some feet.
Tony
Not sure if
Atlas.
they want that crowd at WWE shows, but I mean, hey, if they want people to spend money, though, people buy feet shirts that say feet on
Oh
them,
my god.
or just pictures of feet.
Jeez.
WWE smart. If Vince was around, he'd probably look into that.
Oh man.
He'd be like, God damn it,
I got an idea.
feet for everyone.
I got an idea. Yeah. So no more yeet, which it's fine. Whatever.
Yeah,
We'll see how that progresses for Jey Uso. He'll be fine. But it's been kind of like one of those fun things, I guess. To kind of chant. But how do you stop everybody from chanting? Because, like you said, it's like a lexicon now in social
like
media.
almost.
Right.
Like when he hit someone, it's like yeet, yeet. Yeah, I don't know how they got to figure it out, man. They let Miz get away with awesome for so long. I mean,
what's that?
I'm pretty sure someone owns awesome copyright for that.
So
You never know.
No, somebody can own a word. How do
Work
you
out
own-
a deal with the guy, and
Yeah, come on.
they'll figure it out. I think.
How do you own a word? I don't understand that.
I don't know. Maybe that's why they like blurred it and stuff during that promo, so they can like, obviously, there's probably some like thing out there where they some like some type of like not that they're getting sued or anything like that, but some type of legal shit where they maybe they'll like calm it down for a little bit, and then maybe hopefully they'll bring it back.
What if the World Wildlife Fund owns it and they're just trying to find another way for things to get blurred out again?
Oh my god, damn it!
Get away, WWF. Jeez. Let us enjoy our wrestling.
Oh my god.
You already took the F out. God.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's pretty kind of funny that that's happening, but whatever.
So weird, so random.
AJ Styles is set to return soon. Yes, we kind of mentioned that a little bit already, but well, I guess he'll make a Rumble appearance. You gotta assume.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's gonna be hanging out that mid card level right now. I would like to see I'd like to see a Drew AJ feud. I know they're on different brands, but that would be something that'd be kind of interesting.
I could see that.
Especially like a filler, during this time.
Yeah.
And start building that big badass Drew that we kind of saw. I don't know.
Yeah, I could see. Well, I'm not sure, obviously with the CM Punk thing. Not sure if I think it's gonna be. I'm not sure if he'll sign. They like signed with Raw since Randy Orton's signed with SmackDown. I think CM
I think he's gonna sign with Raw. We'll
you
talk
think
about
so?
that a little bit. Yeah.
I think it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be something where he's not gonna sign with anyone and just do whatever he wants and goes to whatever show he wants to. That gives you that'll give you the leeway to put maybe an AJ on Raw to face like a Drew McIntyre or something like that. Like you kind of like giving up a person.
Nah,
I
will. We could talk about it a little bit, but I think he'll be there. But yeah, I don't know. AJ is just kind of it's just kind of weird how they've been handling him. I know he's been injured and whatnot, but they just really haven't ever since like that Undertaker feud.
Yeah,
it's like been nothing really.
True.
Alan Jones. We need that as a drop. Alan Jones. if that's your real name. We need Anthony here to do it.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. What was it? All Elite Scooby Doo, if that's your real name.
Oh, Elite Scooby Doo. Jesus Christ.
That's hilarious. Anything outside of the rope news we want to discuss?
No, I think
well, no. There's one other thing here.
Uh-oh.
Something that you brought up.
Oh, is this the Jericho thing? Yeah.
I should have posted this on here.
Yeah, let's bring it. Let's talk about that. The quote.
But I'll read the quote. I should have had it ready to go. This is Jericho. This was when he was on Chris Van Vliet
Recently.
Recently. He said, I say this all the time in AEW. I think everybody could use 6 months working for Vince McMahon. That's where you really understand what the wrestling business is and how the business works. I loved working with him. I loved going head to head with him and creating ideas, debating ideas, arguing ideas. He used to say, I'm not here to teach you wrestling lessons. I'm here to teach you life lessons. He did. He taught me a lot of life lessons. This guy is a really fucking cool guy, and from my experiences with him. So, you wanted to bring this up, and I just wanted to see
what. Yeah, I want to get what you judging from that statement. What is that? Obviously, we don't want to get into the AEW politics, but what is that coming from an elder statesman, from a veteran? Him being behind the scenes, him being with AEW, like he said, for so long. What does that tell you?
I mean, I think he's just I think he's basically just saying, like, I think it's kind of he's one thing he's recruiting for WWE, but he's also recruiting like NXT guys as well too, potentially, or WWE guys with that statement. I think it's but I really think ultimately he's really just talking about, what kind of guy Vince was to him personally, and obviously he's speaking about that. I mean, obviously, I think he's kind of, I'm not going to say like throwing Tony Khan under the bus, but I think he's saying like, hey, we can all use some lessons in life, I think, even though I think Tony's doing a good job, but I think Tony right now, he's listening too much to the fans, if that makes sense. Like he's in the weeds of the IWC, and point being is how he had to edit out Ric Flair's speech. Like, dude, what are we doing? Like, just because he said 18 to 28 girls, only, those girls or whatever come to my room in the Marriott. He's literally said that for 40 years. I mean, come on. Like, what are we doing here? Like, because a couple nerds who can't touch a tit, they are crying over it. And they wanna cry and say, oh, that me too movement, like, or whatever it was. I don't even know what it was. I think it's poor shit. And I think Tony Khan, I think at times he makes dumb decisions based off of what the IWC is saying. He listens way too much to them. It's fine to listen to your fans, to what your fans are talking about, but there's a balance. And I think at times Vince, especially like if you look at the Attitude Era, like he was listening to the fans, but then he brought it back, to what he wants. And I think that's kind of what Chris is kind of getting at a little bit. I mean, not saying he's taking a direct shot at Tony, but it's saying that, hey, it's good to go work over there for a couple of years, but once you get those lessons, come on back. Now, the problem is, though, Vince is not there. So where are the lessons coming from? Triple H?
Yeah.
They're coming from Nick Khan? No. Where are those lessons coming from? So that's my only caveat to Chris's statement. Like, nobody's going to be working directly with Vince McMahon unless you're a top guy.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I get what he's saying, but I think Jericho needs to be that guy. Like he needs, and I think he is, but I think he needs to be more so be that guy of taking a leadership role, like even more so. Like, hey, no, this is what he needs to tell Tony. I know he's his boss, but like, look, this is some things that Vince would do,
Yeah,
and just coach him through it. Not saying you have to be Vince McMahon, but this is how he became so successful. So
true.
and I think that's kind of part of what he's saying right there.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, I get. I think a lot of the stuff you said, he's definitely saying. And I think it's for me. I think it's a little bit more than that. I think he is throwing shots at people in the back, not specifically Tony Khan, but just in general. Like, it's I think what he's saying is he's saying this without saying it, that it's not business oriented there.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's for me, that's my interpretation of it. He's saying basically without being being mean, if you want to say that, or being straightforward. He's basically saying if this was the case, if I could uproot everybody in AEW and put them over in WWE for 6 months, and then have them learn under a learning tree and then come back, that's what I would do, because we need it right now.
But
that's what
he needs to be the farmer. He needs.
I think that's what I think too. But here another thing too is
him and Bryan Danielson both. They need to be the locker room leaders.
And here's the other side of that. I think maybe he is trying to do that,
and
but maybe it's not being received. Maybe
very well could be.
Maybe there's some EVPs that don't see Chris Jericho like that. Maybe there's a higher up that doesn't see Chris Jericho like that.
Well, it all stops with Tony Khan, and again,
or Bryan Danielson, if you want to take the job. So,
yeah, you're right.
And that's another thing. And that's another thing. Like, the guy gets fired, right? Where does the blame go?
Yeah,
to Bryan Danielson or Daniel. Like, he's not the fucking owner of the company. Right? Why is he the head of a committee to fire somebody?
Yeah, I think that
should be the final say.
I think that was a kind of a shitty thing. Like, why do you have to have a discipline committee? And especially, you have.
Why is he a part? Like,
that's like you're in a job and you keep messing up, so your job says, hey, let's grab some of your peers, some of the people that are on the same level as you, and say if he deserves to be here. That's kind of a messed up situation.
That's literally what happened.
I'm not saying what Bryan Danielson, when he was completely in right in what he said and what he did. I don't think that's the case. I don't think anybody can argue that. I just think the way it went down, like, I honestly thought it was just like a bunch of lawyers, which seems like, maybe there was a good big mix of lawyers too in the mix.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was just a bunch of lawyers and business people that was like, yeah, no, he's got to go. Maybe like some WBD guys. Oh, that's one thing I want to talk about here too in a little bit. But some WBD guys that were maybe in the mix as well too. But at the end of the day, the Bucks got to stop with Tony Khan. That's exactly what happened with WCW. Eric Bischoff became buddies with the NWO guys, Kyle Nash, Sting, Hogan, Luger, DDP, all the top guys. And they just said, hey, this is what you got to do. This is what you got to do. I mean, history's kind of repeating that. And don't get me wrong, I love Tony Khan. A lot of the criticism that people have, he shouldn't be on camera, and which, I mean, okay, he shouldn't be.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Yeah. Oh, he's Snowman. He's whatever. Like, whatever. Okay, it's actually pretty annoying at this point, because it's like, all right, we get it. Like, he does.
Yeah, we know all the
whatever.
Yeah.
Good job. Hey, good job. Really funny stuff you can put out there, guys. Anyway.
It's
do you want to build a Tony Khan?
Yeah, do you know? It's like,
but anyway,
obviously he's not going to be Vince McMahon. He's not going to be anything like him. Nowhere near him. They're two different individuals. But at the same time, he has to be a leader and a boss. And like, I was watching the part of the Ultimate Warrior A&E biography, and it was like, they're talking about, SummerSlam, and he's like, oh, I couldn't wait to fire him.
Yeah.
He had like he wanted to it came down to him like if they're gonna copy paste, like Tony Khan should be like the end all be all. You could put your little committees together. You can come up with all the evidence you want,
Right.
but he should be the final say. He should be that person to say yes or no. Like, yes, you brought me the evidence. Do I agree with it? No, I'm not going to fire the dude. Or, yeah, I agree with this evidence. Yeah, we should. And it should come down. It should come to him. Like, he should be the one. Hey, Phil, you fired. Not a committee led by another wrestler.
Wait.
Oh, Philly Phil, stay away. Stay away.
It's like that upsets me so much that like he didn't fire him. Not that I want to see anyone get fired, but like
right.
Him.
He didn't have the balls,
And then I was reading like comments of people going, "Well, he was in a position where he wasn't able to, like he couldn't."
He's the fucking boss.
It's like, what do you mean he's not? He was in a yeah. That's what I said. Oh, well, I didn't respond back, and I was just reading like they really put him in a horrible position. Like I don't think he had the ability to actually fire him. Like no, he doesn't. No, you don't. Like you can do, like I said, do the committees, do all the get every do your survey, or survey the land, get everyone's opinions and all that stuff, put your case together, and then then Tony Khan should be that person to deliver it. Like you said, Eric Bischoff.
He's so scared of a lawsuit. I feel like.
Yeah, I forgot to bring this up when we were talking about CM Punk last week, when they asked him about him showing up on WWE, and he said, "I can't legally talk about it."
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean? Is CM Punk firing him? Suing him?
No, I would say probably there was like some type of clause or something that they put out there, like, hey, neither y'all talk bad about each other, and that's why,
like an NDA, like a
something like that. Yeah, they probably both have to sign it, something along those lines. I would imagine. So,
okay,
which is that's kind of similar to what happened with Paul Heyman in WCW. Like he had undisclosed amount that they gave him, that Turner gave him, but he couldn't talk about the figure for the longest time. That's what he had. It was like some type of wrongful termination or something. And I don't even know who did that. It might have been what's his name? Mid-South guy, Bill. I can't think of his name right now. But anyways, or maybe that other doofus, the guy who ran a Pizza Hut for years. I don't know, but
I thought it was something where it was like legal, where like, maybe not CM Punk himself, but maybe like, whatever his powers that be, or whoever his management, whatever, maybe they have a lawsuit against AEW. Maybe they see it as a wrongful termination, or, the events leading up to it, maybe I don't know, like that's I just thought it was weird, like just like I can't legally talk about things, like
I mean
it's a strange. He just makes me angry that he's not like a boss, like
right.
Like he's not like obviously you could be like like not play, I shouldn't say playful, like you could be friendly with your employees. Right, you can like have some type of like relationship where it's like the boundaries.
No, you can't.
No, well, no.
Don't do it.
No, not like going out for drinks and hanging out and all that shit. But when you're in the work environment, yes, like have some type of like relationship. But to like be scared to fire people because you're gonna get sued,
yeah,
that's crazy. Well, not that we don't know if that's the thing, but that's what we're saying. It seems like he's like that. Vince McMahon loved to fucking fire people, dude. Eric Bischoff loved to fire people. They couldn't wait. Like they were like,
he fired Steve Austin.
Oh man, they're like
they both did.
They're doing the Birdman hand rub. They're like, I can't
put some
wait.
Purell on real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, they're like, I can't wait to fire this one. That's all Tony Khan should have been. Like he should have been like, I can't. Oh, I was waiting for this. But maybe there was other people that was in the management that
it makes me wonder, like, if they had this discipline committee, for Jack Perry, if they had it for the Young Bucks, if they had it for the first time around.
No, they didn't. It doesn't seem like it anyway.
I mean, maybe they did. We don't know. But then, like, what do you do? And not to say this will happen, but what do you do if Bryan Danielson messes up? You know?
Yeah, and like I said, all this stuff only comes up when it's CM Punk. There's like no other like everyone's perfect in that company. Like there's no one that does anything bad. Like everything that's been put in place is because of Philly Phil, which is very strange to me. Like you said, the committee. Like, did he head up this committee with like other like people that released or firings or anyone else that got fired? Like, was he around with it? What's that dude? What's CM Punk's friend's name there? That was on the that was like on the creative side.
Ace Steel.
Yeah, like was the committee there when he got fired?
Nah, I highly doubt that.
I don't know. I wish I was like an investigative like journalist so I could like find this stuff out, but I don't really care to do so. But it's just odd. All this like
this is kind of like my next thing is let's get into Inside the Ropes because it's kind of
wait. What do you say? The WB?
Yeah,
thing?
well, that's
Inside the Ropes.
It's going to be kind of partially Inside the Ropes here. So let's get it.
Collar and elbow.
So we're gonna be inside the ropes, so we might take a powder here. So let's talk about our guy CM Punk. Are you kidding me? It's CM Punk, baby!
Oh my god, that's might be the greatest drop ever. It's CM Punk, baby.
So this is what I wanted to bring up. So first let's get into what I want to talk about with WBD, but talk about CM Punk first. Okay, so didn't show up on Raw this week. Wasn't on SmackDown last week, but we'll be on this coming SmackDown. I forgot where they're going to be. And then he's going to be on Raw next week, which is it's going to be in Cleveland, Ohio. Let me tell you about CM Punk, Monday Night Raw, in Cleveland, Ohio. Okay? Those are three important things. CM Punk walked out of Monday Night Raw January of 2014 in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
That's where he walked out. CM Punk also debuted for UFC in Cleveland, Ohio.
That's awesome.
So full circle moment. So he'll be back in Cleveland, Ohio as of now. As of this recording.
I'm kind of curious if he's going to make reference to any of those things, which he probably will.
Right. So, anyways, I think his appearance on SmackDown this week, I think it's just going to be much the same as it was initially with his Raw one. You know, just like, hey guys, I'm here. How you doing? You know, remember me? I used to be on SmackDown. I'm here again. and then he'll have like conversations with Nick Aldis, and he'll probably say something about Mickey James because they're best friends. And I don't know, not really, but anyways, they'll probably do little conversations trying to strike up deals. Now, Adam Pearce already said he's coming after CM Punk to sign him.
Yep.
I do think we will see just like probably little not teasers, but maybe look a little appearance of Paul Heyman and Punk on screen.
Yeah,
Friday night.
Yep, definitely we'll see that.
I think we'll see the Wise Man.
They will cross paths.
Because Heyman's more on SmackDown because that's where the Tribal Chiefs home at, of course.
Yep.
I think we'll see a little bit of that. I don't think we'll get anything with Seth Rollins, obviously. I don't think we'll get anything of that nature. Maybe on Monday, but I doubt it. I think he does sign with Raw. And here's why. This leads me to my point with WBD. I think potentially, not, and there's nothing that can that's really of substance yet. You could see Raw get WBD as as their home next year. And maybe because if he features CM Punk on there, they already know that what you're getting with CM Punk on the Honor program.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very attractive. We haven't heard of a deal happening yet with AEW. This would suck. This would be completely horrible. I'm not wanting this or advocating this. But I think you could potentially, that could be a potential deal. And that's why you would put Punk on Raw.
Yeah. I actually, I've actually forgot to bring this up when we were talking about, him getting fired and all that stuff. Like when he came back the second time and, the executives get together and they're like, oh, we're going to create this new show. It's going to be called Collision. It's going to be, the focal point is going to be CM Punk because he's like, obviously, he's the star. He's the mega star, if you want to say it. He's a person that everyone's talking about and everyone knows. So like, when you're bringing this to like the like those executives, like the WB guys, and you're like, yeah, man, we got to do the Saturday night show. We're going to license the Elton John song as a theme, and it's all surrounded by CM Punk, right? And then just to like bring to your point, then he gets fired, right? How do you think they feel? The executives that signed on for Collision,
well,
with the stake that it was CM Punk. Like that show was created for CM Punk. It wasn't created because their roster is getting too big. The selling.
I disagree with that. I think it was because the rosters were getting a little too large. It was
okay. We'll use that, but the selling point for them to get that deal was CM Punk.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, I think the selling point was, hey, we've got a big empty hole on Saturday night, and we could use, even during football season, we could use 200,000 or 300,000 viewers. And I know people are going to scoff at that, like, ha ha ha. Yeah, that's probably about 150,000 more viewers they had.
I mean, going back to what, not to bring up Hawk again, but just going back to what he said, like when he started watching Collision when CM Punk was on, he was like, all right, now I'm starting to get into, I didn't really like him. I'm starting to get into, who he is and all that stuff. And then now he's gone. He's not on it. And I think, like you said, with the WB stuff, that could be like you said, with the AEW, you're not sure where it's going to be. That could be the deal. It could be like, hey, well, we signed on for this because we thought we were getting CM Punk, but now we're not getting CM Punk. So maybe we should go with the company that has the guy.
It could happen, but I mean, man, for them to do that though would be pretty shitty.
Yeah. Money talks.
Yeah, I know.
That's the other thing too.
And I mean, it would depend. It just worries me a little bit. I kind of heard some rumblings this week, and I don't know how accurate they were. Just like stuff I saw on the internet, on Twitter and stuff like that. I don't even know how true it is. It's just something I just wanted to bring up, but it would be very detrimental to the wrestling business if that happened. I mean, I know they could find another home.
Yeah.
But like, come on, man. Like, but I mean, you're hearing nothing from AEW and them, and their deal. I don't know when their deal's coming up. I think in the summer, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no talk. I mean, they've got this Bleacher Report thing up and running on on Max.
Yep.
I don't know. It's a little worrisome. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and with the Bleacher Report stuff, you can't even like access any of that. Like it's like whatever. It's because I was flipping through it. I didn't see a way you can access like your AEW. Like if you purchase anything, you can't even access it on there. So it's not like a full blown like BR app within the Max app. It's just BR like streaming, sports stuff.
Yeah,
essentially. So that's actually, I didn't even think of that. It's a really good point. And I mean, I've read rumors too of like stuff with like New Japan, deals like not really, kind of like parting ways in a sense where you might not see as much, partnership between AEW and New Japan. And And I would be pissed off too if I took Will Ospreay from you as well.
Well,
I mean, not that that's a reason, but like that's
you
something
can
there
you
that
can you can that's easy talent sharing. You can still. I mean, it's not like Will Ospreay's gonna be
no, but he's
gone.
signing. to
Right, I know,
AEW.
but I
That's
mean,
what I
like,
mean. That's the difference. It's not like
he's
they're-
gonna be there. He'll still be like at your Wrestle Kingdoms and stuff like that. I mean, he still wants
will
to
you
participate.
get your forbidden doors though? That's the other. That's what everyone's going to.
Yeah.
It's like if they're not going to have a relationship anymore.
Yeah,
You already took. I mean, you got Will Ospreay, you got Jay White. Who else? Okada. That's literally the last person that.
and
you
he's a
need.
free agent too.
And he's a free agent too. So, like, do you really need to do business with New Japan anymore? When you took literally all three of them, just like WWE did in the year, like the late 2010s, when they took like Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Shinsuke Nakamura, one after
Yeah.
another, and kind of
Yeah.
soured that relationship with New Japan as well.
I don't think they really had a relationship though.
I mean,
I don't think they had a relationship.
you don't think so
I
at
mean,
all? Not like a
no.
part, not like a relationship where they're doing any type of that stuff.
The last time they had any type of relationship was like the early '90s with the Wrestle Dream stuff. So,
That's true.
but
Yeah, I think
I don't know. It's just something to keep our eye on. I hope it doesn't happen.
Yep.
It
Tony,
makes,
keep
it makes me
booking for
worried.
keep booking for us out there. All us fans know what we're talking about. So
Yeah,
we
I
know- we
mean,
know.
well, I mean, but at the same time, he does. I mean, he still needs to use his talent. Why is it? And look, the booking's gotten better. I mean, you can't
Yeah.
argue that. Ever since CM Punk left, to be honest with you,
Yeah,
it's gotten a lot better. It's I think the Saturday night show was meant to spread out the rosters. Yeah, I mean, it was probably to feature CM Punk. I get that, but you have other talent there, and I don't know. And look, I mean, I could be completely wrong because I mean they did sign Will Ospreay. I mean, if there's not some type of deal on the table already, you're not going to sit there and sign all these talent. All this talent. If you don't have a place to feature them. But
yeah.
I don't know.
It's more that, like you said, that WB deal is kind of.
It's like where does Raw go? I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you got Amazon, you got Netflix. They're all those companies. I think at the end of the day, that's why you put CM Punk on Raw to feature it very heavily.
Yep.
And to get somebody to sign it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just kind of I don't know. I and this is probably kind of a panic talk because I heard it. I'm like, please no. But I just want to get your thoughts on it. So
yeah, I mean, like you said, you have Netflix out there as well that's looking to do a lot more expanding next year.
Right.
Maybe talk about adding more stuff, more like live streams. Because they've only done a few like comedy shows. Like they did that Chris Rock. Like it was like a live, like at that moment you can watch it. So there's that. Amazon obviously is already in that field with football and all that stuff. So that'd be a good home for them as well.
I'd be down for it.
The options are open, man. Who knows? I mean, if WWE steals another fucking organization's deal, that's fucked up. That means that you're really not in the wrestling business. You're in the wrestling friendship. that's what that really.
No, you are in the wrestling business. You're not in the wrestling business. That's what that means.
No, it's like it's one of those things. Like
it just goes to show you what kind of how WWE operates and then how they just
business dude.
Any type of threat, they're like
fucking feelings, dude. CM Punk fucking.
But they do have to be careful with that though at the same time because you have the lawsuit in that background with the MLW, so you got to be careful with that. So that also makes me think maybe it's not going to happen. But
did they drop that? Is that still going?
No, that's still going. No, that's still going. Yeah. I think they dismissed a part of it, I think, or something like that. But yeah, it's still rolling.
Huh.
So, and look, who's to say if they do that, Tony Khan's got some money. Maybe he starts backing that lawsuit.
That's true.
So, and maybe he is already. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I think you should look into maybe teaming up with like an NWA or one someone like another GCW, something like.
No, I think just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, just keep rolling. Like, just like with the CM Punk signing, just water off the duck's back. Just keep doing what you're doing. It is what it is. The guy was gone. He's not a part of your organization anymore. You got to keep moving on.
Yeah.
Don't even look at what the other side's doing.
It's kind of hard.
Yeah, I get
Tony
it.
Khan, it's hard because you're gonna just fucking watch social media all day.
But you got to keep going. You got to keep doing what you're doing. Not worry about in that aspect. Just keep your business going. Focus on your own business. I think that's where sometimes, and I love the back and forth a lot of times, especially mainly it's the back from Tony Khan. The fourth is
the fourth.
The fourth. A lot of times it's like cloak and dagger. It's just like, ugh. But like the shit that Tony kind of comes out and says, I love it personally.
Yeah,
I mean, sometimes he gets too much in the weeds of what the IWC's saying too. But I like it. He stands up for his company. I like Tony Khan. I know a lot of people have their issues with him, but I like the guy. I think he, without him, I don't think this podcast would be functional. I don't think a lot of our podcasts would be functional without Tony Khan. So he's made everything really great with the wrestling world. So I'm here to support him. Does he do things that aggravate me? Of course. Vince did. Triple H does. That doesn't mean that they're not human. So but anyways, so Punk, do you think he signs Monday, or do you think I said he'll sign Monday, but I do think maybe he'll stay a free agent at least until the Rumble. What do you say?
I think so. I think he stays a free agent. So I think something happens where, they mess up Adam Pearce's attempt to sign him. Maybe something happens with Seth Rollins, or I don't know. Not like where Seth Rollins beats him up or anything like that. Yeah. But like, I think it's something where maybe he has a second. It's one of those like second guessing things where he's like, maybe maybe Seth's right. Maybe I shouldn't put all my eggs in a basket and go after him or whatever. I don't know.
Seth comes in going, Adam. Adam.
or he they're in the ring and he gets ready to get CM Punk to sign, and then fucking Seth Rollins' music hits. Yeah. And he's like, Adam, you sure you want to sign a little Philly Phil over there?
Hold on.
Philly Phil, stay away, you cancer, get away from me forever.
But at the same time, I don't want them to set up this oncoming rivalry so soon. Like you said, you're gonna start talking about that. How you feel like they're kind of like rushing into these like storylines. But that's something I don't want to happen, where he signs and then you get the interruption from Seth Rollins and now they're feuding. And I don't want them to feud just yet. It's the end of the year.
I think Paul Heyman will have something to do with it too, a little bit. Like he'll get in the mix a little bit, act as his advocate, and maybe say, hold on, don't put pen to paper yet,
Yeah.
Listen to me, I'm the wise man.
Yeah, you know what? You think he'll say, don't make the same mistake Randy Orton did in SmackDown.
or even like he, maybe he even tried to convince him to come to SmackDown, and maybe, hey, come join the family, the bloodline. You're a part of the bloodline.
Yeah. I've seen people like booking Paul Heyman and his turn on Roman, and then signing with CM Punk again.
That's not happening.
I don't think that's happening either. But
that's not happening.
Yeah. CM Punk will give his tell the tribal chief that I'm here now. Like they'll plant the seeds for CM Punk Roman Reigns at some point when he's on.
Fickle.
They're definitely gonna do it. That's actually Drew McIntyre's new gimmick. Is the it's the fickle fans.
Yeah. So we haven't hit this one.
Well, that ain't a knee slapper, buddy.
You should say, instead of fickle, you should say fired.
Fired. Yeah. Yeah. So let's get into, I guess, into the week. Raw, SmackDown, pretty good. It's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, both of it they're okay. You know, nothing crazy, but of course, we predicted this a couple weeks ago. Randy Orton coming after that Universal title.
Yep.
Looks like it'll probably be there for Royal Rumble. You gotta assume that. That's why he's signing officially.
Yep.
SmackDown's gonna be on the SmackDown brand. How do you feel about Orton in SmackDown or on SmackDown?
I like it. It gives him he's been on Raw forever.
Yeah.
So it gives him a new setting, new people to RKO
Right.
at some point, just like Nick Aldis got an RKO. Wasn't expecting
That's
that.
true.
that was
Hey.
literally out of nowhere.
Yeah, and you know what though, that it really excited me because I do want Nick Aldis to, get in the ring at some point. So
I think it might happen.
I think it's gonna happen. I think
Yeah.
it's gonna happen
I
at
think
some
so.
point.
We'll see how this interaction goes on Friday when
Right.
Randy, does he apologize like, hey, sorry, I was in the moment,
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that. But
Daddy's back.
I do like it. I do like the underlying story of, I should say, the overarching storyline is him taking out the bloodline, and then obviously he's gonna have some fun on the way. He's gonna obviously Austin Theory and Grayson Waller are gonna stick their heads out, and he's gonna be on the Waller effect. I'm assuming at some point.
I
Catch an
think
RKO.
I think Christian could call gimmick infringement though.
Oh
with
yeah,
the-
he could. That's right.
With the daddy's back.
Yeah. Well, he's the patriarch of the AEW. He's
Right.
and Randy Orton's daddy.
He's
He's
daddy.
the daddy of the WWE. And Christian's the patriarch of AEW. That's so weird.
A lot of fathers.
a lot of fathers. Yeah, I blame Rhea for this with her mommy gimmick.
Yeah.
I think I want to copy that.
A lot of parental figures in the world of
I
wrestling.
know, right? What the hell, dude? This is and you can't have a mommy and a daddy on Raw, so
Yeah.
There's only room for one
Mommy and
parent.
daddy got to split up.
yeah, Raw's a single parent household. It's not a
Mommy's an independent woman who don't need no man.
yeah. She's a single mom who works 2 jobs. Who loves her kids and never She's the Reba.
She's the Reba of wrestling, of pro wrestling.
Reba Ripley.
Reba Ripley. Oh my God, that's great. Yes, she is the Reba Ripley. A single mom who works 2 jobs. Oh my God.
She does work 2 jobs. She runs the Judgment Day, and she runs
The women's
all of
division.
WWE.
Yeah,
So she does work 2 jobs.
she does.
She loves her kids and never stops.
Her kids are Judgment Day.
yeah.
Even though she might have an incestual relationship with one of them, it's fine.
I know, right? I think that's a shirt, Chad. Reba
Yeah.
Ripley.
Reba Ripley.
Let's get back.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm like crying. All right, I don't even know what we were talking about. We like
Single mom who works 2 jobs. Oh man, that is great. Fucking great.
All right.
Anyways,
talk
what
about-
were we talking about?
Randy
Randy
we're
Orton.
talking about SmackDown. We have Randy Orton. Yeah, do you expect him to get into I mean, obviously he's going to be bloodline oriented, but do you expect him to get into any other, feuds along the way in between?
Nah.
Well, Roman. I mean, Roman's not going to be back till fucking, what you said, mid-January, I think.
Roman's gonna be back. When's the Royal Rumble?
I think it's the 20. Is it the 27th, the 28th?
That's when Roman will be back.
Didn't they say he was going to be showing up on one of the SmackDowns before?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's the 27th. Yeah, Saturday the 27th.
Good for Roman.
Yeah, he's gonna have to feud with like Jimmy and Solo.
Right now, he's feuding with Christmas presents. Apparently, his kids' Christmas presents. He's having to wrap the presents. His wife's putting him to work. Oh, you're not gonna go to work? Well, guess what? You get to wrap presents. You get to hang lights on the Christmas tree. Get your ass back to work.
I mean, AJ comes back too. So, like, do you think he feuds with AJ? Do you think they team up to take on the Bloodline? Do you think he feuds with LA Knight? I'm the megastar.
I don't know. I don't see it. I think he'll have like a little program with the Bloodline. Jimmy and the Solo.
Oh, he did come out and help them. That's right. He did come out and help at the end of SmackDown.
I think maybe he'll tag with LA Knight. He'll help him out. They're going to take on the Bloodline together. Maybe you'll see like Jay kind of show up and prove that he's changed man.
Maybe.
Maybe he'll kind of help out Randy. Maybe Randy's getting a beat down. Jay comes in and makes a save. I don't know. I think you're gonna probably see a combination of matches and promos and yada yada yada. Let's see. Let me see how many like SmackDowns you have until the Rumble. I mean, I know it's a good bit, but it's gonna be kind of hard to book it, and that's kind of my issue right now with Raw and SmackDown right now. Like we're getting the Cody Shinsuke match next week.
Yep.
Why wouldn't they let that build a little bit more?
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you got like 8 SmackDowns. Oh,
jeez, this is a long stretch. I mean, and this is good for Triple H to like spread his spread it out a little bit so he can build those storylines. And it kind of sucks because it's December. They're not going to really build anything for like the last few weeks of Raw because they're going to do like those year-end shows and all that stuff, and they really can't kick off until like the beginning of the year. So, which is the first, which is January 1st is on a Monday. So, do you like you kind of said at the beginning, like, do you like go full steam ahead with storylines going into the new year, or do you like pump the brakes a little bit and and just kind of flounder, but at the same time you don't want people to lose interest in what's happening, so like it's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. That's why I'm like, especially like I said with Cody and Shinsuke, like let it build a little bit more.
Yeah,
I like the promo Monday night that Cody and Shinsuke did.
Yeah, it was awesome. I love Shinsuke when he's with
bad
the
guy
subtitles and stuff, dude. He's
great.
That's
great. Like Vince God, he's just a fucking, I don't know.
You don't need him in the ring to cut a promo, do those video promos, and like they do, have him come out and just attack, and then
it means a lot. It means a lot more if he's speaking in his native tongue versus forcing him to speak English, which is his second language. He's not great at it. It means a lot more. And like, okay, subtitles not a big deal. Guess what? You have them all the time on shows. Like that's kind of the little things of why Vince was out of touch, and glad he's gone.
Yeah. And just watching, even watching like Raw this past, like, just like the roster does not look like a Vince McMahon run Raw at all. It's literally NXT. It's like it's NXT, like the graduates.
Right.
It's like Saved by the Bell, the college years. Pretty much. It's all like the
They got- and
alumni.
Triple H is the weird. What was it Bob Golick?
Yeah.
Triple H is the Bob Golick.
Yeah, well, like Vince was like the Mr. Belding, and he's
Yeah.
gone. But like just watching dude Imperium and DIY, dude, like would you see that match on if Vince was running a Raw?
No.
It was
a lot of good action Monday night.
Yeah, it was 20. It was like every
Surprising.
match was like 20 minutes plus too. Which
Yeah,
is
it was like
pretty crazy.
heavy action. A lot of stories were pushed along too.
Yeah.
Before we get into Raw, though, was there anything else on SmackDown we need to talk about?
What do we have? We had let me see. We still get the ongoing. Well, they kind of like they started moving into the direction of Bailey. Let's not forget that Bailey kind of being outcasted from Damage Control. Like, you know.
Do you think Sasha Banks returns?
I just have just seeing those weird, not anything weird, just like, obviously she's getting back into training and all that stuff. With the landscape change, Vince is gone. Triple H is in power. CM Punk is back. If he can come back, dude, I think fucking Sasha Banks can come back.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I think it's kind of. I mean, they're teasing it a lot. I'll say that much. Like Bailey's teasing it for some reason. Like she post shit about Sasha Banks being best friends and wanting her best friend and all that stuff. Does she get her back and they go against Damage Control? That seems like I don't see her teaming up with Charlotte and Bianca and Shotzi, which it could possibly happen. But you already have your three there. You have Charlotte, because obviously Dakota isn't wrestling, so you have your minus her. It's 3-on-3 essentially,
right,
with Damage Control. So where does that leaves Bailey by herself? And I mean, I can see it. Royal Rumble time. I don't know. You think? Is that what you're thinking?
Oh, for Sasha?
Yeah. You think she goes back to Stardom and continue?
I don't know. She's just a weird situation. I mean, she was like, "Yeah, I want to wrestle in Japan." She had 2 matches in Japan and got hurt.
Yeah.
It's like, did she satisfy her wants, her needs, or or did she just want to have the one match and I'm good to go?
Yeah, get it out of your system, and then does she show up in AEW? Does she debut?
I mean, she could show up in AEW, very much so. I mean, look, if she shows up in AEW, that would be a big coup for them.
Yeah, definitely.
So I mean, maybe that's something that Tony's working on right now. I don't know how she would debut yet, but it's not like the women's division is on fire right now necessarily.
There was what do you call it? I seen Ricky Starks, training with Cody.
Yeah.
Sure.
Does what's his name? Frick. I want to say CW. What's the dude from? What's Cody's buddy? QT. Does QT show up in WWE?
I would like him in NXT.
Actually, I would. I was gonna say that. Yeah,
I think he'd be perfect for NXT.
He's such a goofy loser.
As a manager, or like
I imagine him with the family though.
Yeah,
I would like that. He could be the Don or something like that.
I could see that.
But yeah, NXT would be right up his alley.
I think so. That and the stuff with Britt Baker. Not obviously we're going off kind of like on a tangent, but have you seen that tweet that she did?
Yeah,
it was like this person at this time, this person at this amount of time.
Yeah,
zero. Like, is that we working a shoot and all this? I don't know.
I don't know shit about my watch.
Do you think? Is it a work? Is it a shoot?
I think it's a work.
Is she expressing her
Nah, it's a work.
grievances? It's like, is it like a Drew
She's working.
McIntyre thing where he,
I think it's part of the devil stuff.
you think she's a part of the Devil crew?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
So it's like the almost like a union 2.0 where it's like people airing their grievances because they're not, they're kind of like not the job squad, but they're like not getting their
The job squad is now the women's division in AEW.
Oh man,
it's the entire women's division. They job out to the clock every week.
Actually,
It's funny, but it's not funny.
no, it isn't. I'm trying to think of what else. I know Santos defeated what do you call it? What's his name?
Shit, Joaquin Wild.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
rumors that he may be getting Humberto and Angel Garza as his new faction
His heaters.
against the LWO, which would be obviously Carlito and
They're gonna be called the Latin Kings.
probably something like. Well, maybe they'll bring back Legado de Fantasma.
Yeah.
Just be new members, which I can see. That'd be pretty cool having like a like a little faction war between LWO and Legado, and then when Ray comes back, whatever that may be. Like you said, WrestleMania's right around the corner. You gotta have some like kind of strong, ongoing, like storylines going into it. So
You gotta be
kinda like a
careful
blow-up.
with Escobar because I think they're on to something with him, but
Yeah, I think so too.
I think if you paint him into another faction, it's like
He's what Andrade was supposed to be, dude.
yeah, for sure.
He's legit. Like, what if Andrade was like better with promos, and he was able to, he didn't need Zelina to, speak for him. Like, that's who he was supposed to be. Like, kind of like the next coming of, what the hell is that dude? I almost said Carlito. What the hell is his name? The dude that was dating Paige. Why can't I think of his name right now?
Oh, Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto Del Rio. Yes, like he was like. You see how the push that he got, he became a champion and all, cashing the money, all this, like he was getting like fed everything. That's what I think, Andrade was supposed to be. But now, like you said, they're on the right path with I almost said Angel. Why am I always like mixing up everyone's names? Jesus Christ. They're doing the right thing with him. So hopefully the slow burn, make him that like strong heel and stuff like that, which I like. And he's great on the mic too, man. He's great as a heel.
Yeah.
I don't like him as a face.
I don't like him either. He's good.
But other than that, yeah, I think that was pretty much it. Dave.
So let's head over
Go to Raw because
It's almost as bad as Raw.
No, wrong, Roman. Raw is actually better than SmackDown now.
Yeah. Well, so then hold on.
And SmackDown sucks.
Thank you, Roman. Now we could agree. No, it didn't suck, but promo.
Yeah.
Drew.
Okay, I have one little nitpick thing though. Like he was off on his timing with Sami Zayn.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
I don't know if it was him or if it was the guys in the truck or whatever, but they played his music too soon because he was like, "I'm here to call out Sammy," and then you hear, like what? All right, well there it is. There he's right here. Just a tad bit off, but no, it was a good promo though. Very good promo. I like this version of Drew. This is the Drew I've been wanting for years now.
Yeah. Going against the fickle fans.
I still hate that he carries the stupid sword around. Like, put the fucking sword away, dude. Like, you don't look like a badass. Like, you look like you're playing a Scottish warrior,
like cosplay or what do you call it? LARPing.
Yeah, you're LARPing. Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt. Yeah. Yeah, you're spot on the references tonight, Marco.
What did you think of his shot at people that can just like leave the company, get fired, in return, and everything's he was one of them.
yeah.
Which is funny that he brought that up, and he was like, because then he kind of like when people are going, see Punk, He's like, I could be talking about anybody. That's what he. But it was funny that he was one of the people that got fired, and then
yeah, I mean,
he came back.
he's doing a good job with his promos. They're a lot more entertaining. It's not the same like I'm here to take out the bloodline. I'm gonna take out the bloodline. Okay. Thanks, Drew.
What did you think of because we'll keep it linear with Drew. What did you think of when did you see the Judgment Day backstage segment minus R-Truth, because that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Because he wants to be a part of the but they were like they're talking about like Drew McIntyre, and I guess Dominic said something to the fact where like, mommy says, to leave Drew McIntyre alone or something like that. Like, where is this going? Like, it's like it seems like it's like a slow something.
I can't see him joining the Judgment Day.
No, not that, but is it something where she's gonna be like his like not like manager, but like he'll be like a separate thing from the Judgment Day. Like she'll manage manage him separately from the Judgment Day, and that maybe will cause some, friction within the Judgment Day. Like,
I think he'll probably be a tool to kind of get Damian out a little bit, but because that's coming. Damian Priest is about to get the boot.
I feel like the storyline is, and they're not saying it really, that Rhea sees Drew as a champion more than she sees Damian Priest as a champion. And I think she's putting her focus on Drew for him to be that representation for Judgment Day and be that once he gets a championship, that now they'll have pretty much all the gold or whatever. And then, unwillingly, like you said, they'll slowly push, Damian Priest out, and maybe he'll cash in on Drew or something like that. But we still don't know what's going to happen with CM Punk in the title. We still don't know. I don't think Randy Orton's winning the championship from Roman Reigns, but does that leave the spot open for CM Punk to do it? Does that leave the spot open for or Cody to do it, or even LA Knight, because he kind of brought it up and said he's not done with the bloodline, he's not done with Roman Reigns. Is he still in the title picture? It's a lot of like I said, I don't know, man. This is tough.
It is tough. I mean,
I do want Drew to win a title. I do want him to become a champion at some point. But
and you could even, people are like saying, the Punk Rollins feud has to have the title. It doesn't have to have the title.
No, it doesn't. No, it could just be they could just feud and have matches.
I mean, I definitely could see that being a possibility. I mean, obviously would throw off my whole CM Punk winning the Rumble theory, but
yeah.
I mean, Drew could be in that mix, very much so. I could see his stock rising a lot.
Oh man,
especially after the beatdown he gave Jey Uso, he yeeted him.
Yeah,
he yeeted the yeet.
Definitely, I would like to see, which would be interesting, like a CM Punk Drew McIntyre.
That would be really interesting. Actually, I would like to see that a lot.
That'd be crazy.
It would be crazy.
The promos, that would be, see how far they'll let CM Punk go on the mic, and I mean they let Drew pretty much fucking shit on people pretty much every promo, so I don't see why not. That'd be pretty interesting.
Sell out Punk.
Maybe he does win the title, and maybe CM Punk goes after Drew for the title. I just see Drew as a champion for some reason. I don't know why. I just see him.
I do see it. I do see it at some point.
Before anyone, before CM Punk, before anyone else that's going for that title. I don't know why. I just don't.
I'm there with you. His stock is definitely rising.
I feel like I just feel like CM Punk would be better with the other title than he would with the World Heavyweight Championship.
That won't happen anytime soon. So.
No, you don't think he'd like picking him dude? How much of a kick in the dick would that be for Cody? CM Punk was so hard.
I honestly think
to end Roman's reign.
No,
dude.
That's definitely not going to happen. I'll tell you that right now. I think Punk will be. I think Punk will be when he faces Rollins or whoever he faces at Mania. He's going to lose. Whoever it'll be. I don't care who it's going to be. because that will be his test to see if he's got boo boo face.
Yeah, I mean, there are rumors that he's feuding with Rollins first, and then a possible Roman Reigns afterwards.
Yeah, I think it'll be, Roman's reign will be over. Cody will be the champ by then. I still believe in that. I know your friends Sheena and Seth don't believe that, which is fine. They're my friends too. I shouldn't say your friends, but the folks over there at the wonderful program, Chick Foley Show. Fine, it's a fine program. You should listen to it. Yeah.
I mean, the other rumor I read was the CM Punk Seth Rollins match could happen at Royal Rumble.
It could happen
Before me, and then does he lose that? Which could, maybe he does lose to Seth Rollins. He doesn't win the title then. And like you said, boo boo face. We'll see how that goes.
You can do that, and then he books. Okay, and then where would you put Punk and then now? Not if it's not Rollins at Mania.
Damn. I mean, if you read any of the dirt sheets, it's fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Hell yeah, man!
Pop back up again.
I hear Ultimate Warrior is going to be rise from the ashes. Next.
Dude, I would love Ultimate Warrior CM Punk. Those promos would be crazy.
Yeah. Warrior going, if you see the blood moon red rise on the eastern sun and you see the Warriors all the night. And then Punk looks at him, bro, do you know I'm straight edge, right? Get off the weed.
Now I'm hoping if we ever got a Warrior CM Punk feud, I'm hoping it's the Warrior where he was doing those like videos from his office and he was just shitting on Hulk Hogan. That's a Warrior I want, like the straight up like no face.
Kevin Nash is a pussy.
Yeah, that Warrior. That's who I want. Again, see, that's the Warrior that's the only Warrior that can combat CM Punk on a
Kevin Nash. I'll see you in the octagon, brother. Fucking challenging on Kevin Nash a street fight out of nowhere.
That was like Macho challenging like Triple H to a fight. And Hulk Hogan, like,
yeah,
do it for charity. You don't want to do it.
Oh man. What else we need to talk about?
Let's see, man. Raw was like, damn, there's so many. Like you said, Imperium. They're starting to do a slow burn. I'm not sure where that's going. Giovanni Vinci.
Oh yeah,
I love Giovanni Vinci, dude.
I think the Creed brothers have a chance to. I think they're kind of positioned them maybe to take those titles off. Of
I think so. Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get a push key, which is good because that's what the division needs. They need an actual tag champion. Like not just throw two guys together. I know Judgment Day is a team, but it's still two guys at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about those. Oh yeah, like Chad Steed. Yeah. We covered the death of Yeet.
Yep, covered the death of the Yeet.
Yeah, it didn't take that long.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we gave a suggestion.
We yeeted the Yeet.
Yeah. I suggested that they change it to feet, and they bring in a different crowd to the.
Sneed, you should go to about minute 59 though and check out the new reference we have for Rhea Ripley.
Oh my God.
If you're listening. I looked up and see what it was. It was right around the hour mark.
Yeah, oh man, yeah. Prepare to laugh hysterically.
Oh,
all right. All right, yeah. The Creeds definitely. You put them as definitely on par. I like the Imperium angle where Giovanni Vinci's like, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking one up you in all these matches and just he's amazing, dude.
He's good.
I forgot how good he was. that fucking like balancing act, like moonsault that he did. It's fucking insane.
Oh,
What else?
here we go. Local indie wrestler from Sneed's hometown is the one that has a copyright to it. All right.
Damn.
Well, there you. That's crazy.
Whoa, yeet.
That's
Yeet, yeet,
freaking
yeet.
crazy.
Coming soon,
Somebody-
Turnbuckle Tavern. Yeet, yeet, yeet. I'm joking.
You just yeeted the
I'm
yeet,
joking.
dog. Damn, that's
We'll have to blur. He's
genius.
gonna make you guys. He's gonna make us blur this or beep these parts out. When we
Yeah,
say
just like
yeet.
beep 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 beep. I'm like, damn.
Just
they
added
went-
this whole section.
They went off on the RAWDOWN this week.
What else do we have? We have Nia Jax
Oh god.
and Becky Lynch bringing back some old beef. You like this or
No,
are we on
no,
board?
anything Nia Jax, get it off my TV. I don't care.
No, not a big fan.
Fucking hate her.
That match went, dude. That was another thing. That match was like 25 minutes.
It was
That match
long.
between Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, dude.
It was too long.
It was a long. I was like, because I was fast forward through the commercial stuff. I was like, holy shit, they did like 25 minutes. They were both gassed towards the end of the match. You could tell they were fucking like dragging ass towards the end. They're just like, oh. It's Triple H, dude. He likes those 20-minute pluses, dude.
Oh, wait. So he's been doing the yeet movement for about 5 years.
Oh wow.
Stephen P. News, which is like he's like a lawyer, wrestling lawyer, like Smart Mark, bringing the law to the Fed. That's funny.
He'll settle out of. They'll give him like millions and they'll take it from him, probably.
Who knows? Anyways, anything else to add?
Let's see. I think that's it. I mean, kind of predicted the main event. You know, obviously Jey
Right.
Uso wasn't going to win,
Right.
but it was a valiant effort.
He's a good kid. He's a good kid.
Good hand, good work.
hand.
By that kid.
He's a good work. He's going places.
I think we didn't. Yesterday was wasn't it the death anniversary of Umaga too, right?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so
The Samoan bulldozer.
Umanga, as William Regal would say.
Yeah.
Umanga.
What's your favorite Umaga match?
Of course, John Cena, dude.
There you go. Match we watched.
That match was kind of wild, dude.
I do like the one with Bobby Lashley, the Battle of the Billionaires.
Oh man, yeah, that's right. Dude, Umaga was a beast, dude.
He
Holy
was a
shit.
beast.
But yeah, I think that's it. I mean,
Another guy though that they botched on the booking, but you know, whatever.
yeah, I mean nowadays, you know, if he was around now, he'd be fucking being
He'd be Solo Sikoa.
pretty much, yeah. Just squashing John Cena. Fucking- or do you do what is it? What I was kind of booking this. I know it would never happen. But you know, Cena coming off of that, like how many years has it been since he's won a match?
Jim Cornette's lawyer. Shit.
It was the same amount of time as Roman Reigns'
I don't know.
reign, right? Or some shit like that. Did they
I
kind
don't
of like,
know.
you know, around that? I was thinking maybe WrestleMania season comes around,
No.
someone
Keep-
returns.
Keep seeing off my TV.
in
that
his
away.
first big win, and then to break that tie,
Speaking of the Job Squad,
title 17.
I need John Cena to come out. What does everybody want? Ed. Dun, dun,
Who
dun,
better
dun,
than
dun,
John
dun.
Cena to end Roman Reigns' reign? Who better than Canyon? No, I'm
There's a
joking.
lot. There's a lot more better than Canyon or
better?
John Cena.
But yeah, I mean, that was just, you know, fantasy booking that. I don't know. It's a little redemption story. You know, break his loss record at the same time, break the championship record with 17. I don't know.
I don't
see.
know.
But
Well,
that's it.
let's think it's that time.
Hey, yo.
It's survey time.
Oh,
Marco,
yeah.
what's going on, Chick Foley?
Oh, everything, dude. We have obviously new episode of the Bloodline. I always say the Bloodline, the goal line, because I see the logo of the goal line, it's the Bloodline logo. The goal line, new episode out right now.
I haven't listened yet. I need to listen to that.
Probably talk about the abysmal Patriots, the shell of a Super Bowl team that they once was. So bad. But yeah, definitely check that out. New episode of Open Mic out right now with Mike Bellcaster. Great conversation. That was talk about his, like I said, we talk about his stand-up days, talk about his stint in the Indies,
Yep.
you know, all the awesome charity work his mother does, and he helped along and all that stuff. So
His mother's a saint.
yeah, so we talk about a lot of that stuff. Definitely check that out. It's awesome. The video version of oh my god, Ace Failed is up on my YouTube. Definitely check that out with all the videos. Pretty much any video interview that's the audio version is up on my YouTube right now. So if you want to see the actual interview happen, then you can actually see the laughs that I give, because I'm a hysterically funny person, and you can see their genuine reactions and see if they're actually fake laughing or not, or if I'm fake laughing or not. No, I'm joking. But we have a new episode of Open Mic coming out this week. I believe this weekend it will be Nolanium, Nolan, the artist. That was a great conversation as well. Definitely check that out. And we're just gonna roll along. I believe pretty much new episodes every week of Open Mic. I believe we're doing the Chickies towards the end of the year, so we'll get that out to you guys. Year end, Booker of the Year, Match of the Year, Figure of the Year, all that fun stuff. So definitely check that out. And obviously, go to chickfoley.com for everything Chick Foley, all the up to date thingy majiggy bobby stuff.
Yeah, join the group. Join the Facebook group.
Join the group, kids.
You got to join the Patreon first, but then you can get in the Facebook group.
Yes, you can't just sneak in.
No sneaking in.
You got to pay to play.
You got to pay to play, pal. Coming down the aisle, we just dropped a new episode. Top 10 Psycho Sid matches.
Yeah, buddy.
So check out the master and the ruler of the world.
Oh.
And I have half the brain that you do.
Sid.
Nah, Sid's the man. Check that out. Wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, all that good stuff. And I'll have a new episode coming up this Monday, so check that out. And coming up soon, coming to a podcast near you, Miles and I will be doing. We're going to be redrafting in our own feds. We're taking all the rosters from 1997, ECW, WCW, WWF. We're throwing them in there, and we're drafting them, baby. And we're building our own promotions. So that'll be coming soon. We might be recording this weekend. I don't know when it's going to drop yet, though. So coming to a podcast near you. So check that out. Mark, I don't think I can hear you. Psycho Sid.
Interesting. Psycho Sid is great, dude.
He's a great guy. He's a
great guy. He's a great softball player.
Tyson wants Goldberg first. All right, we'll see.
That's his first pick.
Not 1990. See, you got to think 97 Goldberg. He was kind of just J-Bron.
Yeah, he was just coming up in the ranks.
He was feuding with Steve Mongo McMichael in 97. I don't think he was there yet, but he is in the mix. Technically, he was on the roster, so you never know. Okay, so
true.
Make sure you check that out. All right. Well, I think that's going to be it for us for this week. We find our little outro music here. Here we go. Oh yeah, let's go. Get it. Of course, you can find everything Turnbuckle Tavern related at TheTurnbuckleTavern.com. It's your one-stop shop for everything Turnbuckle Tavern related. Apple Podcast, subscribe to it. Spotify, subscribe to it. If you have Apple and Spotify, subscribe to both of them. You can do listen to one of both views. Well, it's fine. Share the love. Head over to you're watching YouTube right now. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Head over to TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Instagram's the best spot for you to get all your tavern news and tavern updates. And of course, head over to Pro Wrestling Tees, where you get a Anthony shirt, Young Hollywood Tony, Young Anthony, Boney Shivani, Boney Khan. I need a refresh of the shirts. It's been a little minute. I need to get actually, I don't think I have an MVP Marco shirt. I need to get an MVP Marco shirt. And a RAWDOWN shirt as well, too. Or you can head over to our Black Market, the Teesprings, get a RAWDOWN shirt. Or you could be a RAWDOWN champion with your own. I'm a RAWDOWN champion. Or you could be, hey, nothing you can say. Was Mr. Backlash himself. You could be Mr. Backlash with your own Mr. Backlash t-shirt. All right, Marco. It's been a pleasure with you, sir.
Oh yeah,
it is
always.
every week. We talk to everything the Fed. But until next week.
Life sucks, and then you die.